So let's say you're on some social media site.
Yeah.
And you see some guys in suits talking about politics.
Yeah.
For the love of God, do a back trace, because half the shit I see is the West Wing.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem there. Just like...
It's not tagged as the West Wing. And it's just presented as a political thing. And sure, a lot of what they say is important and relevant now, which sucks, by the way, because the West Wing is old. But please do a back trace, because I'm really like, oh yeah, look at this good political commentary. That wasn't a real debate. That was scripted. I know, because I've watched the show 3 fucking times.
Yeah, you would know.
I know every scene from the West Wing.
But yeah, no, I mean, that happens with a lot of stuff, especially, like, on Tumblr, just from, like, an OP posting, like, a screenshot of something or, like, a parody thing, and people think it's real because they don't check things. Just please, okay, this is just a general, like, plea. Please check whether what you are, like, reblogging or retweeting or posting on Facebook is real, because half the time, like, people are posting Onion articles without checking on it.
And, like, I know it's really hard in today's political landscape to tell what is true and what is false.
I know, everything could be true. You could tell me that Donald Trump climbed Trump Tower and put a huge banner of, like, a giant,
I don't know. You right
know.
there. Donald Trump doesn't do anything himself. There's no way he climbed Trump Tower.
He got someone to climb Trump Tower.
That's more likely. There we go. I'm like, that man doesn't climb anything.
Put a giant banner that just says, I love Philly cheesesteaks. I don't know. You could tell me that, and I would probably be like, you know what? Okay. That sounds like it could be true, because 2016 has been just so fucked up.
But then, do you know what you do after that? You then take that headline and you Google it. You put it in the Google.
What's the Google?
It's the search engine that tells you if things are true or not, but you have to use your brain first.
What's a brain?
It's a really good question.
Anyway, let's start the show.
All right, whatever.
Welcome to Live from the Closet, a slice of life comedy podcast by and for LGBT young adults.
So, welcome to Live from the Closet. This is a whole second episode. I have joining me again, Chell.
Yo! As a reminder, I use they, them pronouns. I'm going to probably say the first, 5 times I do this.
I mean, yeah, no, that's fair. You should do it every time just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Listen, no one wants to be misgendered. I'm not letting people misgender you.
It's the worst. Sam sent me a post on Tumblr that was just when your non-binary friend needs comforting, and it just says they're there while they're getting patted on the back.
Like
the theirs are spelled out like pronouns, and I'm like, this is the best.
That's definitely you, and I'm pretty sure I've sent you that exact post.
I think everyone who knows me has sent me that post at least once, and it warms my cold, dark, decrepit soul every time.
Does it warm the cockles of your
No,
heart?
because that's a stupid word.
Cockles.
I was reading The Hobbit today at work. It was really slow. I was reading The Hobbit, and I found out that the things that live in Mirkwood are a direct quote, savage, dark, and queer, and I said that I needed to move there. BRB on my way to Mirkwood.
On my way to Mirkwood, bringing more queer.
Which then got me thinking for 3 hours why elves are always drawn light-skinned, and then I cried a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Secretly and internally, except
I'm
for Taco.
Sorry.
And all the characters I make.
I know. I saw these really cool, earbuds that have elf ear attachments on them.
Why the fuck do I not own them?
They only have white.
Jesus!
I was about to send it to you, and I'm like, they only have them in white. I mean, we could buy them and paint them, which we had to do for your fucking...
exhausting. And why would I buy them and paint them when I can just make something legally distinct from, but similar to, and then make it in color?
Profit off of that shit.
I mean, I am going to run a multimedia empire. That's the goal.
I know.
It's going to be called the Cellosphere.
Yes, the Cellosphere, where you can find everything Chell all the time.
And Chell and company.
Chell and Chell-related accessories.
Did you just call yourself a Chell-related?
Yes, I'm a Chell-related accessory.
Oh, God. Chell and Chell-related accessories, great.
That's what's in the Cellosphere.
So it's being sad about race, politics, Judaism, and being queer.
Yes, that's you.
That's all that
I love so much.
Someone at work had a Christmas tree on their desk. I'm so mad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But someone else has a cute light up penguin in the LED change color.
I guess it's their cubicles, but again, like they're doing Secret Santa at your work, right?
Yeah, they are. It's called Secret Santa. I'm so. Anyways, like here's the thing. Like okay. I understand that White Rabbit is a different thing. That's when you stand around and you all switch gifts and you can like steal them from each other.
Yeah.
And like Secret Santa, I get, and like that's like the word for it. And I overheard the guy who planned it talking to someone else, and they couldn't find a better name for it. Like they couldn't find one that wasn't also something else. They didn't want people to get confused, and that's fine. But I overheard that conversation, and that makes sense. There's no other really good name for Secret Santa, so I'm gonna.
I mean, they could invent one. Are they not creative enough? Like,
I work in the IT department.
Okay, we're gonna come up with a new name for Secret Santa right now. Ready? Okay, Secret Gift Giver.
That's way too long.
Secret Elf. Because I like elves.
Secret Elf sounds like when you hide an elf in around the office and you have to try and find it. Like this just implies a whole nother game.
Well, I mean, okay. The one good thing about like Christmas stuff, right? I remember in my experience was there was that game that some people play that my family never played, but my
Elf
friends.
on the Shelf?
No. Find the pickle.
What the fuck is that?
Is when you have
That
a
sounds
pickle.
like a sex game.
No, it does. But listen, there's a pickle, and you hang it on the tree usually, right? But you hide the pickle in the Christmas tree somewhere. You have to find it, and then you get candy if you find the pickle.
In Judaism, on Passover, you hide something. You hide a piece of matzah whose name I can't remember. Oh God, I'm such a bad Jew. You hide it, and then someone else has to find it. And if you find it, you have to negotiate. The dinner can't go on until you give it back to the guy at the head of the table. So you have to negotiate. And since you have all the power, you learn how to negotiate for things that you want. One time I negotiated for a puppy, but I let there be a clause in the negotiation that said my mom had to agree. So I never actually got the puppy because she said I couldn't have it. But I did hold an entire adult dinner for 30 minutes while I argued up from $1 to a full-grown puppy.
You know what I forgot to do?
What did you forget to do?
I forgot to start the timer.
God, fucking Jesus.
All right, yeah. Okay, Google.
Start a stopwatch.
Why is this so hard? Where's the clock at? There it is. Got it.
You set off my Google. You said, okay, Google, when I had the Google screen open, and you set off my Google.
I love setting off other people's Googles.
Didn't I set off your Google in the car one time?
Yeah, you Googled me in the car.
I love it.
But you didn't, like, Google me. You just set off the Google.
I don't need to Google you. I could write your wiki page.
It's true. One time, okay. So, one time, I was experimenting with OkCupid because I want a girlfriend, my dude. Anyway, so I was on OkCupid and I like asked for like 3 words that someone else would use to describe you. And Chell was in the next room and I was like, hey Chell, like, how would you describe me in 3 words? Like, if you could. And you were just instantly suspicious.
I was so suspicious.
You were like, why?
Like, Tam didn't play off real casual. Like, Tam knew I was gonna, like, get suspicious the moment. Because you've never asked me anything like that. You're never like, how do you describe me in 3 words? I was like, that sounds like a questionnaire. So, like, pause my video game, whatever it was. And I looked over at Tam and I went, why? And then I got up.
And then you came into my computer. And I, like, switched out of the tab. I was, like, so embarrassed that you caught me.
You didn't switch out that tab nearly fast enough.
No, you totally had my ass. So you were like, okay, show me what you're doing. So I opened OkCupid back up, and then you pushed me out of the way.
Tam was on a wheelie chair. Mistake number 1.
You pushed me. You pushed Torbjorn out of the way.
I did.
This is the chair. It's from
The
IKEA.
chair's from IKEA and it's called Torbjorn.
It's called Torbjorn. Well, you pushed Torbjorn out of the way, and then you, like, fucking crouched over my computer because there was no longer a chair there, and you started to write my bio for me.
It was beautiful. It was a masterful work.
It was. I mean, you let me check everything,
Yeah,
obviously.
I didn't just post without permission. I'm
Yeah.
not that rude.
You're
I'm
not-
only, like,
yeah.
50% rude.
But
For your own good.
the fact remains that you wrote my dating profile.
The fact remains, I could write anyone that I live with dating profile.
That sounds like a challenge.
That's-
Like we don't have to publish it, but that sounds like a challenge. You should, like, write out that.
I will. I'll write out dating profiles and then you can put them on the page as our bios.
I still don't have bios.
Great, that's fine. I'll just write it like a dating profile.
I was starting to write bios, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't bring up this thing because I think it's funny, but
yeah,
like,
I don't give a crap.
I said you were talented in like video games or something.
Okay, first of all, that's a goddamn lie.
Yeah,
I'm not
you are.
talented at video games. I just happen to learn them really fast. I'm sorry about last night's FFX when you came in and were like, this boss fight took me an hour. Tam walked over and was playing Final Fantasy. And Tam was like, this boss fight took me an hour. And I was like, all right, and I got ready to like settle in for like an hour-long boss fight. 5 minutes. Tops.
I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't go to the quest marker.
Right, and Tam did help me and saved me some time. But the actual fight, like the physical hit the guy.
Listen, I'm gay and can't play video games.
What the fuck? Being gay is no excuse for not being able to play video games.
I don't know. I was nervous, so I blurted it out.
I prefix things with I'm gay sometimes too. It's okay. You're not bad at video games. It's just not as turn-based as you would like.
I know, it's too fast. Everything happens so much, just like real life. That's why I like turn-based things.
All right, well, Tam's having a breakdown about turn-based JRPGs.
I love turn-based games.
Like, literally, I'm gonna print you out a list of good turn-based games for the PS4 because you keep being like, I don't know any. And I keep being like, well, yeah, and like, I haven't heard of it. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm gonna get you a list.
Listen, I just want Persona 5 to come out, my dude.
Valentine's Day! Date your friends!
It's not actually on Valentine's Day anymore. They pushed it back again.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up with Persona 5
it's
because
fine.
turn-based games...
Your thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing, but
like,
I'll probably play it.
Like, I keep Googling things because I hate not knowing, like, what I'm settling in for.
Oh, I love not knowing what I'm settling in for.
I love spoilers, and I look them up like crazy. But I keep looking up spoilers to see if there's any same-sex relationships, and I'm not finding anything because the spoiler policy is so strict.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And, like, the thing is that, like, I don't know if there will be or not, but do you know what does have same-sex relationships?
Mass Effect Andromeda?
Mass Effect okay, yeah. I was switching media, but Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm sorry, but also our skaters... Yuri on Ice, the boys.
No spoilers. People are listening. They might not have watched it yet, but you should watch it, please, because it's so good. It's so good. And, like, actually, the author, did you see what the author said on Twitter?
No, what about no spoilers just happened? Oh, what did he say on Twitter?
Oh, not the author, the director on Twitter was like, because, Victor's Russian in Yuri on Ice, and people were worried that, like, hey, is
Russia still,
is this gonna be a problem?
Yeah, I was really worried about that because
like, marriage is on the table. That's all I'm saying, and he's Russian, which is an obstacle considering Russia's current stance. But the director responded to things saying that in the Yuri on Ice universe, it's like an AU kind of.
There's no homophobia, right?
Yeah, that's not a thing.
That's so good. What a pure world full of pure boys.
Like, I don't think she wanted to bring in heavy stuff.
That's fine.
Into like a pretty much happy anime.
This is a really happy anime, and I'm really happy that this happy anime is happening at this time.
Yeah.
Because I just needed something happy.
Yeah.
We really did just need, like, this it's good.
Listen, like... seeing some happy gays on my screen. Also, Supergirl. By the way, speaking of happy gays, yes,
there is that thing.
They kissed finally.
They kissed, which means I have to go back and watch Supergirl now, which I've been meaning to do because I love DC.
It seems like DC's making a comeback, like in the fandom area.
Okay, DC making a comeback in the fandom area. DC has a lot to work on in terms of blockbuster movies with live action. They do struggle a little bit more. This is a vast generalization. I have not seen all the DC animated movies. I have not seen all the DC live action movies, but they do tend to do better with animated movies, as seen in The Killing Joke and Under the Red Hood. Their animated movies and their animated shows have been really, really good. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, they haven't been able to release a lot of those recently, or they've been getting canceled. See Young Justice.
Yeah.
But Young Justice got renewed. Hella. But also, they're making a comeback in their live action shows, and they're doing better. DC, I think, does better with a longer medium because they like to write bigger stories.
Mm.
So, like Supergirl, Smallville, they tend to do better when they can draw it out or when they can just do animation because they get really dark. They get really dark with children, and that's better done in animation, even though The Killing Joke was still rated R. But, like, they weren't going to do it unless they could get that R rating for animated thing.
No, actually, like, I do want to mention Supergirl just really quickly, because I like what they're doing, especially with Alex. I find that Alex is more interesting than the main character, though. Kara, I think it is? Yeah. I've been... I'm terrible, and I just haven't been paying attention to her because I was too focused on Alex.
That's fine. A lot of times that happens where the main character isn't the one that's most interesting. That happened to Orange is the New Black. I feel like it got caught lost in all the side characters, and I just stopped caring.
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of... I mean, yes, they're going with the whole, like, you know, her sister's gay thing, which is awesome. But they also spend a little bit, I think, too much time focusing on how Kara reacted to finding out her sister was gay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably the straights.
I mean, it's probably
the straights, and they're like, this is the part that's going to be relatable. I wish I could put TM in my voice.
Just relatable TM.
Relatable TM, but I feel like saying TM, I just like to stress it a little bit differently. Like, there's relatable, and then there's relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see...
I mean, you could say hashtag relatable.
I do say hashtag out loud a lot.
Yeah, I know.
My favorite hashtag is hashtag gold life, bold life.
Oh, my God.
Which I made up.
Not again.
Yes, again. Gold is my thing.
I know, because you look really good in gold.
Person of interest is my other one. If you want to watch something with real characters who are gay, Person of interest.
Yeah,
Can a
that's
disabled character, a dog, deals with PTSD, like one of the main characters is like physically disabled, along with we have we have like mental things as well. There's a lot of PTSD. We've got ex-soldiers up in there. We've got women of color on that show. We've got women in charge of things and not afraid to be powerful on that show. We've got and we've got lesbians. And possibly gays. They live with a dog. They could be gay, in that way that if you even without squinting too much, they could be gay. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like with a little bit of squinting, they're gay. Without squinting, they're just. Gross.
I hate that this is the world we live in. You have to squint to find the gays. Where's Waldo with gay people?
No, because I'm bad at Where's Waldo, and I'm really good at finding the gays.
We'll just call that innate sense. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Okay. So yes. I remember you telling me a story. I think you should share about your old coworker at the game store you used to work at.
Okay.
And you were trying to figure out if they were like gay or bisexual, and you're like, I know one way to do it.
English high tea. Okay, so if you're ever really worried, if you can't figure out if someone is gay or straight, you don't want to ask them because you can't ask at work because that's like illegal, and I was their boss, so I didn't ask them. But I simply asked, first I asked my boss who I know was straight. I went, hey friend, what do you think about English high tea? And he went, what the fuck is that? Then I asked my friend who I knew was a confirmed bisexual. I went, hey buddy, what do you think about English high tea? And he went, I love it. And then I asked the questioning guy, the guy I didn't know, and I went, what do you think about English high tea? And he turned around and he went, I love it. Also, I really want a pink tea set. And I went, confirm.
Confirm.
So, and then I went home to test this out with my housemates, which is a little bit skewed because I do know this doesn't work if they're super familiar with someone who's English, because they might know. I knew about English high tea before, but I'm also gay, but I also know Tam. So it's like a big whammy. But if you're someone who's like, this person has no business knowing what English high tea is, they're not English, not dating someone English, they don't live with someone English, they haven't been to England, they have no business knowing about it unless they saw it in an English rom-com. And do you know who watches stupid rom-coms? Not straight white men. Unless they're forced to. And then they'll be like, oh, I heard about it in that movie I watched with my sister or like my girlfriend or whatever. They won't be like, I love English high tea. They might be. There's probably a few other who are like that.
Though that just reminds me of that stupid show you were watching.
Millionaire Matchmaker! I watched that show with Kat. We had to skip this episode. We had to skip this episode in particular because she was doing her first gay client and she asked like the who's on top. And so I had to skip it. Like, it was grating.
The guy was not a good person anyway. Because I heard the word exotic thrown around on his end.
They're not good people to begin with. Yeah. They're on Millionaire Matchmaker. Come on.
But anyway. But once she got him in the office, she was just like, so do you prefer more feminine guys or more butch guys? Like more masculine guys? And I'm just like,
That wasn't the question that got me the worst.
And then she was like, okay, well, do you prefer to be on top or bottom?
That was the question that got me.
And then I was like,
and she doesn't ask her straight clients that. And like, so I skipped that episode. We went to the next straight people episode. And oh boy, the hets were at it again.
We're back at it again at Krispy Kreme. I hate it.
Which is why, like, Kat and I, we watched this show, and like, it's our stupid special show. Because like, I used to watch when I was younger, and like, we were watching it, and like, the thing about it is that like, it's like when I used to watch Rock of Love, or Flavor of Love, or I Love New York. Oh. It's like, listen, it made me feel better, because no matter how shitty I was, no matter how many people I'd been accidentally rude to that day by just brushing past them and not saying hello back, I ain't that bad.
Nah.
I ain't that bad.
No, you're fine. Like, I didn't, like, honestly, because of the place that I'm in socially, I forget that there are people like that all over. Yeah, just like FYI, a reminder for anybody who might bind, who's listening.
If you haven't stretched or taken a deep breather, please stretch. Breathe in really deep and breathe out really slowly. And check the time. When did you put it on? If it's been more than 8 hours, you should probably loosen it. I know it's not fun, but like, please don't injure your back. It can be really bad. You can get blood clots. I'm now your parental figure temporarily. Please remember to do binder safety when binding, and stretch and raise your arms above your head when you breathe in and out to expand your ribcage to the maximum potential.
Thank you. Listen to your parent.
This is your binding PSA.
Be safe. Also, don't double bind, and try and get a proper binder. I know it can be hard to get a proper binder, but there are a lot of resources drifting around, you know, a couple
and if you
Google
don't know
searches.
any, hit us up. If you can't find them,
yeah, you can hit us up.
Hit us up. I can link you them. I've bookmarked them somewhere in the back corners of my Tumblr from long ago under probably trans stuff or whatever. But please proper bind. Remember that if you buy a sports bra that's too small for you, it can actually increase how big your boobs look. So bind the proper size. Being gay is serious business.
I know.
Being trans is serious business.
I know. We need to have, like, okay, I know we have conventions and stuff that we all go to. Like anime conventions, right? I think we need to have a conference. We need to have a gay conference where we go.
No. A conference call is the most professional thing you can do. Like a conference call where you conference in everyone on a phone line and
I do that all the time.
I know.
I do that whenever I like call my friends on like Discord. Is that a conference call?
Yeah, it is.
Is that a gay conference call?
It is.
Next time I am on call with my like Discord group or whatever, I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, I am on a conference call. It's very important.
Conference calls are hugely important. That's what I learned working in an office building. They're very important.
They are very important.
They're very important.
I used to have to set them up for the whole office when I worked in an office.
You wanted to talk about the hard part. I think you mentioned that you want to talk about the hard part of being gay, but like not like the sad hard part.
Like the hard parts that no one else talks about, I think. Like when you have a girlfriend, right, and you are also a girl, and someone would be like, oh yeah, her, like the same pronoun kind of confusion that's in all fan fiction ever.
No, it doesn't have to be. If you write it well, you should be able to do it without names. It should be implied through movement. I did it. I write so much gay shit.
You roleplay, yeah, right.
I roleplay a lot.
Yeah.
And you should be able to do it without descriptors because, okay. So,
well, that's the other thing. Like okay, in a lot of fanfictions, like they'll have like the brunette or the blonde, and it's really annoying.
It's really annoying. Just it doesn't actually. You think it detracts from your own story to use their names, but it doesn't because it helps the reader quickly establish who it is without them having to think about it. Yeah. So it continues the immersion. It looks annoying to you because you're writing it, but you should use their names.
Yeah.
Because even though you've said the word Zorro 50 times this paragraph, the reader hasn't noticed it.
Like, okay, if there's smut written about me, what descriptor are they going to use? Are they going to be like
bombshell?
The voice actor.
The bombshell.
The voice actor kissed her or so. I don't know. Like,
yeah, the voice actor.
That's so weird. Don't do that.
Tamara. If you're going to write fan fiction about Tamara,
don't write fiction. Don't write fan fiction about
Tamara.
I mean, like, I guess you could, but just don't.
I mean,
I'm not famous enough for it yet. Once I actually do something worth it, then you write fanfiction about me. You go crazy.
Did you hear that? I heard that. Noted. Put it in my Google Calendar. Gonna do that shit. Gonna get on that. As soon as you do something noteworthy, I'm gonna get all on that.
If you write fanfiction about me, I'm gonna know.
Yeah, it's gonna be friend fiction. I'm gonna link you to it.
Friend fiction.
I'm gonna link you to it. You're not gonna know. You're not gonna like snoop around for it and be like, look at what I wrote. I don't have this concept.
But like, okay, so like in universe of whatever fanfic you're reading, right?
Yeah.
If you were to be like, oh, okay, this character is reading your fanfiction, and they're seeing you using like their hobby as a descriptor for them while they're sucking someone's dick, like, no.
And I'm guilty of that. I have said the swordsman. I've done it.
I know.
I'm gonna call myself out on it.
I know.
This is a call out post at myself verbally for using that because
I've
I'm
done
trying
it
to
too.
get.
Like
We
I mean,
all
it's
do
just-
it. It's just something that you do when you're writing because like there's steps you go through when you learn to write or when you practice writing.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. And getting used to your own writing style is another because I hate my writing style.
I prefer the hair color thing, honestly.
I prefer the hair color thing, but then you get what if there's two
And
brunettes?
if there's two brunettes, right?
Luckily, I don't have that issue unless I write it with one of the characters.
The brunette with the short hair.
Define short, because I say your hair is short, but there might be someone shorter with like a buzz cut.
Really? I feel like mine's medium.
I never say medium. I hate using medium
The
with the hair.
brunette with
Like
the
the medium
medium
hair.
long hair.
Like, you know how long that is? It's a fucking mouthful.
Just be like, she did it. Her name. Also,
Tamara.
man. I just,
But hard
yeah.
part about being gay is the
Right.
pronoun thing.
just not being able to resist making puns about being not straight. Like, oh, go straight
Constantly.
here. Like,
I have a hard time going
I
straight.
made that joke the last podcast, but like, every time that there is like a remote chance that I can make a pun, I will go for it.
That's not because you're gay, that's because you're you.
I'm gonna say it's because I'm gay.
I mean, false. You do that with gay puns or not. I try to table my puns and only make them periodically.
Oh, God damn it. I hate you. I hate you so much, you fucking asshole shit.
And like, I don't know, for me, a hard part about being gay is like, because Tam is also, because I'm pan, and it's just, oh God, everyone is so attractive, and I'm,
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is
Everyone's
so-
too hot.
there's
and I
someone
am
at
so
my
pan.
office that looks like Gladio.
Oh, dear.
He looks like Gladio got an office job.
From Final Fantasy 15. I
Yeah,
wanna make
that
clear.
guy. Yeah, from Final Fantasy 15. It looks like he got an office job. He's like 6 foot and built, and I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. He's very nice, and he smiles at me and says hello and talks to me.
Oh, God.
It's the worst.
That's terrible. How dare.
I know, right? How dare people smile and talk to me?
Oh, man. I also want to just take a moment to thank everybody who's given us really great feedback and was, just as excited about this podcast as we were. We had a lot of great, little reviews sent to us personally, and I want to kind of beg people to write stuff on iTunes as well, because the rating helps us be more noticed by more people.
Right.
Not just the people I already have access to, but new listeners and new people that we can, bring into our little group over here.
If you send something to the blog, please do that. It helps everyone, and also all your comments are great.
Yeah.
And Tam sometimes is like, someone asked about you in the box. I'm like, that sounds false.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of things. Chell, you got a couple comments just being like, people were asking for your stuff, so I made sure to link all of your things on the Closet Podcast blog, which is closetpodcast.tumblr.com. And you can find links to all of the housemates, even the ones who haven't been on the show yet. I did try to get Frankie in here today, but we had a little delay, so Frankie's at work.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
But eventually I will get all of the housemates on here. But yes, it sounds like you guys are really enjoying it so far, and hopefully we can continue to be as entertaining with our dumb rants.
You like or subscribe to our stuff. share it with your friends, share it on iTunes, get people listening.
Yeah, you can also follow us on Tumblr at closetpodcast.tumblr.com. You can go on Twitter, which is Closet Podcast. Closet Podcast is generally our handle on most things because Live from the Closet was taken on a few, so I was like, okay, Closet Podcast. We are, we're getting YouTube up some point this week, which we'll have every episode once I can edit it on my very, very slow computer. Which is
you need to use mine, you can.
I mean, I know, but I don't know if you have a video program.
Oh my god, I'll get one.
Your computer can handle it, mine cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine can, but it just takes forever. It is a very tired old computer.
It wants to rest.
I had a dream that my computer fell apart.
That's a terrible
and,
dream.
the hinges were broken, which I have had happen.
That happened to my DS.
I have had my hinges broken on, my old Dell Latitude from high school.
Which came back to haunt you.
Oh my god, it only had 15 gigabytes of memory. The hard drive.
Yeah.
Hard drive space. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word.
It's all right. I figured you meant hard drive because the things that have 15 gigabytes of RAM now are like...
Yeah, well, it had 20, but 5 of it was the OS.
Right. Naturally.
It was so bad. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap us up for today.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And if you enjoy what I do here on Closet Podcast with Chell, you might enjoy a video game streaming thing over on Twitch, which is called Splendid Gaze, as in Gayze, is in gay and gaze. It's over on Twitch. My roommate Frankie runs it, and I was gonna have them on the podcast today, but things happened, and Chell's back. We did have someone ask how many gays we could fit in the closet, and the answer is maybe 3 more, but the mic wouldn't be able to reach.
We could fit more than 3 more. Listen, we could fit more than 3 more gays in here. I was gonna curl up in a ball on these boxes.
I mean, yeah, if we put them over in my actual closet where I don't have audio equipment.
Yeah, we could fit.
Yeah, we could fit everybody in the house.
We could fit everyone in the house.
But the mic would not be able to pick everybody up very well.
But we could do a group photo of all of us in the closet.
We could. But then people would have to see my awful closet.
Well, it's a closet, dude. There's clothes in it. Holy shit. Holy shit! A revelation!
I actually, put extra clothes on the ground over there, because of the muffle. Because I have a carpet on this side.
Right.
But I don't have a carpet on that side. So I put clothes on the floor to help muffle.
It's a closet/recording booth. It has needs.
But yeah,
all right,
that's going to wrap us up. I'm Tamara.
And I'm Chell.
And thanks for joining us in the closet.